Hello and welcome to Shelf Centered. Thanks again for coming by, for stopping by. And I added a couple more books to the shelf from my main shelves. Hopefully, I'm going to keep going here. I'm going to just fill these bad boys up. But anyway, we're kind of moving opposites, so it's probably bad timing to add more books right now. Anyway, I've got a fever, and the only cure is more book tags. So I just keep stealing book tags. I'm not getting tagged. I'm not cool enough for that. But anyway, I stole this from Andrew's Wizardly Reads, so thank you, Andrew, for doing awesome book tags, because these are really fun, and I keep doing them because they're fun. Anyway, this is the No Disclaimers book tag. It's a pretty short one. I thought it was fun, though. I have opinions, and I don't have to disclaim anything. Anyway, jumping right into it, jumping in. Number one, which trope in books annoys you the most? This is one where I come to fantasy for the tropes. I still, any moment now, someone's going to reveal I'm actually the king of a magical place, or I'm going to get my letter from Hogwarts. Whatever it may be, I'm still waiting for that. It's coming. I know. I'm anciently old, according to my kids, and but I still want it to happen. So I love tropes. I guess one I was kind of like mulling it over, and this is one that's kind of, I think we're kind of leaving by the wayside, and I like it. The damsel in distress. I'll go with that one. That one's an easy one. Who isn't really kind of against that? We still see it from time to time, but having three daughters, I like seeing a kick butt protagonist female. I like seeing your what's her name from Best Served Cold. I want to see Monza Mercado or someone from Best Served Cold, something like that. That's what I like to see. So anyway, those are fun. Number two, which writer do you feel is overrated or overhyped? This is one. I think I'll do a couple. This is no disclaimers. I can make everybody mad all at once. One of the things is I love The Name of the Wind, but I'm still gonna go with Patrick Rothfuss. I actually haven't read Wise Man's Fear. This was one of those that I'm gonna hold off until there's actually an ending. Will there be an ending? Who knows? And I don't support the fans that are, anytime he looks sideways, they go, "Why aren't you coming out with a third book?" And the thing is, from what I understand, he's written the third book like 50 times. Like, that's what's been happening these years, and he's just not perfectly satisfied with it because he's a perfectionist. I get that, but this is one of those. He also has stated he has all these other books to write, and it's like, all right, well, at some point you gotta, as my old boss would say, you got to crap or get off the pot, okay? And so it's kind of like you got to commit to something, just move forward. It's okay, nothing's perfect. But anyway, that's one that just because of that, it's like, all right, well, if you have all these plans, then get moving on the plans. But I get it. At the same time, write what you want to write. There's plenty to write, to read. The other one I'm going to say, this might make some people mad, is the Witcher series. Sapkowski, is that what it is? I just read the first one. It's like, I guess it's a bunch of short stories smashed together, and I think that disjointedness, The Last Wish is what I read. It just kind of didn't do it for me. Some of the jokes just felt like, I speak German, and I know that there's definitely humor is one thing that just doesn't translate very well between languages, and I just kept feeling these jokes probably land really well in the native language, I think Polish, right? And they just didn't. They just felt awkward. And again, I only read the one that's literally attempted to be, its purpose is to be disjointed. So I'm still going to give Blood of Elves a try. I own it. I bought it recently. I'm going, okay, I can't just completely give up. But right now, my opinion, overrated, overhyped. Hopefully I'll change. Hopefully that'll change. Give me other ones. Maybe there's another one that I need to read that I just need to, do. I played the Witcher game, amazing. So nothing against that. All right, what are your least favorite books you've read since you joining BookTube? This one's a hard one. I will say, I mean, I did a video on this, and it's my lowest, lowest viewed and lowest rated video. I love Kurt Vonnegut. I love Breakfast of Champions, Sirens of Titan, so many, Cat's Cradle, the list goes on. Slapstick just didn't work for me. It just didn't work. So that was one, and it's a post-apocalyptic. It's still a fantasy. He does a lot of fantasy and sci-fi, which is great because I love Vonnegut, and I get to keep reading and reviewing his books for this channel. All right, what's a terrible ending that ruined an otherwise quality book? This is one I'm going with Brent Weeks' Night Angel trilogy. The last book, Beyond the Shadows, that was one, and it's spoiler to go too much, but it was one of those it wasn't even Deus Ex Machina. It was just like, hey, we all happen to end up at the same place. That makes total sense. And anyway, I won't go more than that, but that was just one. And I've heard the newer one doesn't. It kind of has a similar ending. I still love the trilogy. Still holds a special place in my heart because it was so much fun to read. But that was a rough one. Which fictional character do you wish was not killed off? It's going to be probably very cliche, but I think the reason it shocked us so much, and again, this is spoilers for the next 1 minute or something, or 30 seconds. The more I talk about it, the longer it goes. But anyway, spoiler, Ned Stark, like I said. But I think the reason it shocked everyone was because of how attached we were to him. And the reason that you were crushed was because you were so attached to him and his family, maybe more his family, but that one crushed me. But at the same time, I don't wish he was not killed off, because that's what also makes that whole series so good, is that you're just, oh man, nobody's safe, just nobody's safe. And I've never read anything where nobody is less safe. Anyway, I've heard John Gwynne does the same, but I need to read him still. What are some of your bookish pet peeves? Oh man, I just did a video on this. Bad quotes on books. I can link it below, but man, the nonsense quotes on books, comparing everything to whatever is insert popular thing here, drives me nuts. Especially the ones that I saw that just like the one that I mentioned was, if Stephen King wrote science fiction, he wouldn't be nearly as good as this author. And it was like, what? You're comparing apples to oranges, first of all, but Stephen King does write science fiction. Anyway, I can keep going off on that, as you can tell. The other one is those fake stickers on books. Like, don't just put a real sticker on it. Don't put a fake one on it. I know it's easier, but anyway, I guess I have to just buy a different book, but I'm not buying that book. What are some books you feel should have more recognition? There's a couple, definitely. One of them is I just finished this year, the trilogy, Courtney Schaefer's Shattered Sigil series. Man, there's a lot of S's right there in a row. Some alliteration. That one is so good, completely underrated. Another one is Veil of the Deserters. What's the author's name? Dang it, that just came to me. I'll be popping it up anyway. And then the other one is Paul Kearney's Mocked series, the 10,000 and then more. Great ones, just never hear a lot of people talking about them, and they're excellent, excellent books. What are your thoughts on censorship and banning books? This is one I feel like, we're made up of book reviewers and book lovers and librarians and whatnot, and we all celebrate Banned Books Week every year, and of course you don't ban books, and that's part of, again, the beauty of having, for instance, free speech is things that you're not uncomfortable with. It's for the things that you're not uncomfortable, or that you're not uncomfortable, that you're uncomfortable with. Free speech is for, I'm a lawyer. I got my constitutional law book back here. It's so fundamental that it's not for things that we all agree on. It's for the things that are uncomfortable, and we need to be able to speak about those things. And so I don't know who's going to answer that, not kind of in a similar way. But anyway, or maybe I'm wrong. Please, I'm always wrong. I love being wrong. That's part of, literally, I'm not even joking, discourse. I think out loud, and if I'm wrong on something, please correct me and let's talk. And again, I think that goes to the fundamental why banning books is no good. Anyway, I hope we had a good, let's keep this discussion going. I really enjoy it, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys stopping by still to this day. It's still just, it's been a blast really doing this, and I hope to keep doing it, and I'll keep, I think I can officially, maybe I won't announce it until later, but I'm doing a regular schedule, and I'm trying to keep it no matter what, so I might actually announce it officially, even though it's been something I've been doing for months now. Wow, been doing this for months. All right. Man, there's a lot of rambling. Don't forget to like and subscribe, blah, 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 blah. Thank you. Hey, take care. We'll see you next time. Bye.